Hello and welcome to your news and features electronic magazine that centers on the different facets of motoring. Now on its 34th year, this is Motoring Today. On behalf of our dad, Butch Gamboa, I'm Ray Louie Gamboa.
And I'm Susie Gamboa. Here are this week's features to watch out for.
On Motoring Forum, we shall discuss the Transport Department's safety, data, and green concepts in making transportation safe against COVID-19. Our road safety reminder on the Young Street Smarts portion centers on the proper way of coming out from a garage or parking lot. This week's Payung Super shall be about the importance of wearing uniform of PUV drivers. The public service segment centers on netizens' confusion on motorcycle plates' new design. Showcase this week shall have a subcompact SUV from Suzuki, the 2020 XL7 GLX.
All these plus the latest news in transportation and traffic management, as well as developments in the automotive industry, are on this week's edition of Motoring Today. Join us.
Be part of the 2020-2021 Autofocus People's Choice Awards, the only nationwide poll to determine the country's most popular car brands and models. It's easy. Log on, then vote for as many as 5 different models that you believe should become the 2020-2021 Autofocus Automobile of the Year in separate standard and premium luxury categories. Vote every day until September 30, 2020. The Autofocus People's Choice Awards. Who will win? You choose, you decide. Vote now.
What do we go for? We go for experience. We go for excitement. We go for sport. We go for style. We go for fun. We go for the new Toyota Wigo. Live extra
with the new Mitsubishi Xpander Cross.
Welcome back to Motoring Today. Here now are the latest news and developments in the country's transportation and traffic management. November 2 should have a reminder penciled into motorists' calendars. It's the first day when cashless payment at all tollways is the only option.
Tollway operators have long been enticing motorists to use cashless payment options. Prepaid kits like the ePass of old, Easy Trip Tags, RFID. The attraction for motorists was breezing through exclusive toll gates. No more time lost in long queues. For tollway operators, more efficient toll collection, less need for collectors at toll gates. The COVID-19 pandemic has provided a more compelling reason for contactless payment at tollways, containing the spread of the coronavirus that has wreaked havoc in many communities and the economy. The DOTR has ordered all tollways to install electronic tags or other cashless systems, such as, but not limited to, RFID, automated fare collection system, etc., for all motorists and motor vehicles using the toll expressways and transact only through the cashless mode of payment of toll not later than November 2, 2020. Tollway operators immediately expressed support for the directive. The Metro Pacific Tollways Corporation, or MPTC, announced it was moving to implement contactless toll payment at its expressway network that includes the North Luzon Expressway, Subic-Clark-Tarlac Expressway, Manila-Cavite Expressway, and Cavite-Laguna Expressway. MPTC said it was ready to shift from manual toll collection to full RFID-enabled system, while assuring that any RFID sticker installed by its provider, Easy Trip Corporation, will be compatible throughout the MPTC network of expressways. Free RFID stickers can be ordered by motorists from Shopee, the MPTC added. Meanwhile, San Miguel Corporation, or SMC, which operates through subsidiaries the Skyway System, the NAIA Expressway, South Luzon Expressway, Star Tollway, and the Tarlac-Pangasinan-La Union Expressway, said it has initiated efforts to smoothly transition to contactless toll collection. Additional electronic toll collection lanes are being installed, while free installation of RFIDs is being undertaken at the following toll plazas: Skyway and NAIA X, open 24/7. C5, CSC southbound, Old NAIA X Drive through westbound, open from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Petron Commerce, Petron C5, Petron Dasmariñas, Petron NAIA X, Petron Valle Verde, C5 Toll Plaza northbound, NAIA X Main Toll Plaza A, NAIA X Main Toll Plaza B, open from 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. Shell Magallanes, open from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. Bikutan Toll Plaza northbound, Nicoles Toll Plaza southbound, Runway Toll Plaza northbound, Sucat southbound after exit. South Luzon Expressway, open 24/7. After Calamba Entry Tollgate, Southwoods Toll Plaza northbound, Eaton Toll Plaza northbound, open from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Southwoods CSC northbound, Southwoods CSC southbound, Ayala Greenfield CSC, Santa Rosa CSC northbound, Santa Rosa southbound, Mates Office Silangan northbound, Petron Evilla, Shell Mamplasan, Petron San Pedro, Shell Putatan, Philinvest Toll Plaza, Mamplazan Toll Plaza northbound, Mamplazan Toll Plaza southbound, Susana Heights Toll Plaza southbound, Cabuyao Toll Plaza southbound. Star Tollway, open from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Star Toll Lipa CSC Tambo exit, Petron Lipa, Petron Malvar, open from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Batangas Drive-Thru southbound, Santo Tomas Drive-Thru northbound, Lipa Drive-Thru southbound. TP Lex, open 24/7. TP Lex Tarlac Main Office northbound, open from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Petron Pura northbound, Petron Pura southbound, open from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. Carmen Toll Plaza, Pura Toll Plaza, Rosario Toll Plaza, Tarlac Toll Plaza, Urdaneta Toll Plaza, Victoria Toll Plaza. SMC said it is partnering with various online payment platforms to make it easier to load RFID accounts.
Contactless toll collection will not only help stop the spread of the contagion, but also help ease congestion at toll plazas. Motorists now have a good incentive to drive courteously, carefully, and with discipline, qualifying for a 10-year license.
The LTO will begin issuing driver's licenses with 10-year validity beginning on October 21, 2021. The LTO said this is in line with the provision of Republic Act No. 10930, which entitles holders of 5-year licenses who have no traffic violation records to be issued licenses with a 10-year validity period. The LTO said It has also devised a new point system for driver's license holders. Under the system, demerit points will be given to drivers depending on the classification of their violations of traffic regulations. Infractions will be classified as grave, less grave, and minor. Minor violations earn 1 point, less grave 3 points, and grave 5 points. Repeated violation of the same light or less grave offenses can be upgraded to grave and earn maximum demerits, the LTO said. During a press briefing on the new 10-year licenses and point system, LTO Chief Edgar Galvante said that among examples of grave violations are driving a motor vehicle in the commission of crime, operating a colorum vehicle, and driving under the influence. Drivers who accumulate 10 demerit points can have their licenses suspended. 40 demerit points can result in revocation of licenses. The LTO chief said it is hoped that the 10-year license will encourage motorists to strictly obey traffic laws.
Some motorists say that seeing others get away with violating traffic rules makes it hard for them to maintain discipline on the road. Maybe a 10-year license will give them a goal to achieve 0 violations on their records. Some new motorcycle buyers will get the new license plate design ahead of others.
The National Capital Region West, or NCR West, regional office of the LTO recently held a ceremonial launch and initial distribution of the new design of the motorcycle license plates. The launch signals the start of the distribution of license plates to owners of registered motorcycles. It will be a huge undertaking, filling up the backlog, with the NCR alone having a total backlog of 1,386,895 motorcycle plates. The NCR West said it has received the first batch of 70,000 license plates to be distributed to motorcycle owners. The license plates are made at the Central Office Plate Manufacturing Plant, which can manufacture 7,500 motorcycle plates a day. The newly designed motorcycle plates comply with the requirements of Republic Act 11235, the Motorcycle Crime Prevention Act. The plates come with safety features such as RFID sticker, QR code, and reflectorized sheeting. During the ceremonial launch, NCR West officials unveiled the Moving Forward project, which begins this September and will see the OR, CR, and plates of motorcycles purchased simultaneously released to respective dealers. The official said this is aimed to cut off the backlog on plates.
If the Moving Forward project works as planned, new buyers of motorcycles will get their license plates ahead of those mired in the backlog. People who pedal bikes to work, especially medical frontliners, are benefiting from a network of bike lanes.
There is now a network of bike lanes delineated by bollards that connect major roads, residential areas, high-volume commuter areas that lead to major medical facilities in Manila and Quezon City. Aside from the bollards, road traffic signs have been all installed around the bike lane network to guide pedestrians, the cyclists, and motorists and help prevent accidents. The project was fast-tracked by the DOTR, DPWH, and the MMDA as part of continuous efforts to promote safe and healthy transportation in the shift to the new normal amid the COVID-19 pandemic. The Manila route covers the Taft Avenue, Carino Avenue, Rojas Boulevard, United Nations Avenue Loop. Along this route are the Philippine General Hospital, Manila Doctors Hospital, Manila Medical Center, and Hospital ng Maynila. The Quezon City route runs along V. Luna to East Avenue, Elliptical Road to Gia Raneta Avenue via Quezon Avenue, and Commonwealth Avenue to the Elliptical Road. Hospitals covered by this route include the Philippine Children's Hospital, Lung Center, Heart Center, Veterans Memorial Medical Center, and East Avenue Medical Center.
If these bike lane networks in Manila and Quezon work safely and is patronized by bikers, perhaps this can be emulated in other cities in Metro Manila. And those are the latest news and developments in transportation and traffic management. Coming up next is Motoring Forum, brought to you by Suzuki Philippines. The COVID-19 pandemic shone a harsh light on the many ills of the country's mass transport system and the failings of many administrations to cure these ills. The present administration now has the burden of finding remedies to problems both old and new. And under new is now how to make transport safe against a life-threatening disease. What remedies and cures are present authorities planning to administer or are now administering? And how? And why?
The importance of having an efficient mass transport system has been underscored by how communities and the economy are struggling to overcome the COVID-19 pandemic. The DOTR has been playing a central role in efforts to contain the contagion, as well as to revive an economy brought to near standstill by an infectious and deadly disease. Early on, it became apparent that mass transport needs to be upgraded, modernized, and made more efficient as well as safe, adapted to a world under threat of daily contagion. The DOTR has responded to the challenge with initiatives that seem to have been in answer to this call made by Asian Development Bank President Masatsugu Asakawa. The transport sector must emerge from the coronavirus disease 2019 pandemic as a driver of sustainable growth with three critical factors in mind. SDG, which in this case stands for Safety, Data, and Green. The DOTR realized early in the pandemic that mass transport can easily be a vector for transmission and that it can't remain shut down, but safety must be the first priority. Mass transportation modes were resumed in phases, and only those that could operate under physical distancing protocols, and given priority for transport modes in line with the government's transport modernization program. Even still under community quarantine restrictions, the DOTR has actively promoted the Public Utility Vehicle Modernization Program, or PUVMP. The DOTR encouraged operators to consolidate in servicing rationalized routes and established the EDSA busway. The DOTR also implemented technology-driven initiatives aimed at curtailing the spread of the contagion while also making services more efficient. DOTR agencies introduced technology-based and data-driven innovations in the conduct of processes to decrease face-to-face transmissions, reduce processing time, provide more efficient and quality service, and at the same time, eradicate opportunities for corrupt practices. The DOTR also mandated the shift to electronic or contactless payment systems, such as automated fare collection systems and RFID tags in tollways, online processing of transactions, electronic booking and ticketing, use of artificial intelligence, and online contact tracing, among others, while allowing existing light rail transit lines and railway services to resume operations. The DOTR is fast-tracking completion of existing rail and subway projects and reviving shelved projects. These include the major rehab of the MRT-3, LRT Line 1 extension to Cavite, the LRT Line 2 extension to Masinag, the Common Station, the North-South Commuter Rail, the PNR Bicol Railway Project, and the Mindanao Railway Project. The DOTR noted that for decades now, only 77 kilometers of railway were operational. It is now fast-tracking the long-delayed expansion of the country's rail network to 1,900 kilometers to benefit around 4.5 million passengers daily. It pointed out that, had the subway project that was first conceived in the 1970s, the LRT-1 Cavite extension approved by NEDA in 2000, and MRT-7 project submitted to DOTR in 2002, been implemented earlier, the light transit and railway network would have had more capacity and reach to transport more people even with physical distancing. At the same time, the DOTR is also encouraging a return to basic forms of mobility that are not only healthy, but also help protect the environment, like walking, biking, and the use of other non-motorized modes of transportation. authorities are establishing protected bike lanes to connect major roads, residential areas, and high-volume community areas to major medical facilities, initially in Manila and Quezon City. The DOTR is also developing pedestrian facilities around key rail stations to encourage walking as an active transport. Under the EDSA Greenways project, covered and elevated walkways leading to and from the rail stations and nearby commercial areas will be built. Phase 1 of the project will be undertaken at Balintawak, Cubao, Guadalupe, and Taft Avenue. The DOTR said all these are being done to usher in a new normal for mass transportation that not only helps the country overcome a pandemic, but also drives the economy forward to growth.
Transport authorities are to be commended for many of its initiatives to ensure public transport. Safe public transport is being made available to so-called frontliners, essential workers, and employees returning to work after months under lockdown. However, much needs to be done. Initiatives seen to work needing expanding. Initiatives that are not working as expected needing tweaks. New problems surfacing needing solutions. That's our Motoring Forum this week, brought to you by Suzuki Philippines.
What do we go for? We go for experience. We go for excitement. We go for sport. We go for style. We go for fun. We go for the new Toyota Wigo.
You are back with us here on Motoring Today. In line with our lifelong commitment to promote road safety, here is this week's road safety tip in cooperation with Toyota Motor Philippines.
Kung ikaw ay galing sa garahe or sa parking lot, stop first before going ahead. Give way to the vehicles already on the road at huwag makipag-unahan o sumingit basta-basta. Same with the pedestrians. Patapusin muna sila sa pagtawid bago ka tuluyang lumabas.
Continuing with this week's edition of Motoring Today, let's now focus on proper driver's demeanor, especially for those driving PUVs. From Mitsubishi Motors Philippines, here is Payong Choper this week.
Payong Choper lang, kaibigan. Ako si Ka Jojo Martin, isang kapwa niyo choper. Maging maayos sa pananamit tuwing papasada.
Kung gusto nating makarami ng pasahero, gawin nating presentable ang ating mga sarili sa tuwing tayo ay magmamaneho. Ugalingin isuot ang uniform ng samahan ng iyong kinabibilangan kapag papasada sa daan. Iwasang magsuot ng mga pambahay na damit katulad ng sando at tsinelas kung ayaw mo ang pasahero ang magalit at umiwas.
Tandaan, kapag maayos ang kasuotan, pasahero ay iyong kaibigan. Ito po si Ka Jojo Martin. Payong Choper lang, kaibigan, mula sa isang kapwa niyo choper.
What do we go for? We go for experience. We go for excitement. We go for sport. We go for style. We go for fun. We go for the new Toyota Wigo.
Be part of the 2020-2021 Autofocus People's Choice Awards, the only nationwide poll to determine the country's most popular car brands and models. It's easy. Log on, then vote for as many as 5 different models that you believe should become the 2020-2021 Autofocus Automobile of the Year in separate standard and premium luxury categories. Vote every day until September 30, 2020. The Autofocus People's Choice Awards. Who will win? You choose, you decide. Vote now.
Welcome back to Motoring Today. World of Motorsports is next. We start with the latest news and developments. Luis Moreno again topped the sporting class in the second round of the GR Supra GT Cup Asia Philippines, the e-motorsports series hosted by Toyota Motor Philippines. Coming in second in the final race of round 2 is Miguel San Mateo with Terence Liave in third. In the promotional class, a new face and name bested all others in the second round. JB Cruz emerged as champion with Lance Gubala and Lance Padilla exchanging the positions they earned in the first round. This time it's Gubala in second place and Padilla in third. The third and final round of Toyota's e-motorsports series that seeks to find the e-racers who will represent the country in the GR Supra GT Cup Asia will be held this month. The GR Supra GT Cup Asia Philippines is TMP's online racing tournament under Toyota's global Toyota Gazoo racing program. And that's this week's World of Motorsports. Motoring Today continues right after this break.
Be part of the 2020-2021 Autofocus People's Choice Awards, the only nationwide poll to determine the country's most popular car brands and models. It's easy. Log on, then vote for as many as 5 different models that you believe should become the 2020-2021 Autofocus Automobile of the Year in separate standard and premium luxury categories. Vote every day until September 30, 2020. The Autofocus People's Choice Awards. Who will win? You choose, you decide. Vote now.
What do we go for? We go for experience. We go for excitement. We go for sport. We go for style. We go for fun. We go for the new Toyota Wigo.
Welcome back to Motoring Today. Let's now take a look at what's happening in the local auto industry.
Maxus Philippines has brought in an 8-seater compact multi-purpose vehicle, the G50 MPV, to do battle in a segment crowded with 7-seaters. 3 G50 variants are deployed: the 1.5 Turbo DCT Pro, the 1.5 Turbo DCT Elite, and the 1.5 Turbo DCT Premium. Aside from having room for one more passenger than most of its perceived rivals, the G50 arrives in the country with an arsenal that matches, if not overmatch, much of the competition. A turbocharged 1.5-liter gasoline engine, a spacious 8-seater cabin, reverse camera, park distance control, keyless entry, push start button, electronic stabilization program, electronic parking brake with auto hold. All these standard for all variants. a 12-inch infotainment system, 360-degree view camera, leather seats added to the premium and elite variants, a panoramic sunroof, mobile wireless charging, LED headlights, power tailgate added to the top-of-the-line premium variant. The G50 also comes in colors not usually found in do-everything MPVs. The G50 1.5 Turbo DCT Pro comes in warm white, warm argent, metal black, and water blue. For the G50 1.5 Turbo DCT Elite, there's Roland Purple, Polar Ash, and warm white, plus the deep golden, exclusive to the variant. The G50 1.5 Turbo DCT Premium is also available in Roland Purple, Polar Ash, and warm white. But perhaps the most powerful weapon in the G50 arsenal is best revealed by Maxus Philippines General Manager Reginald C., who says, the G50 is an MPV that can take in even your extended family members since it's an 8-seater. It's ideal for long road trips and family picnics. The great thing about this is that it has the price of a subcompact MPV. The 1.5 Turbo DCT Pro is priced at 1,088,000 pesos. The 1.5 Turbo DCT Elite at 1,168,000 pesos. And the 1.5 Turbo DCT Premium is 1,288,000 pesos. The electric vehicle industry is moving forward with plans to hold the 8th Philippine Electric Vehicle Summit with the theme Moving Forward to an Electrified Mobility in the New Normal. Of course, it'll be a virtual summit to be held over 3 days from September 24 to 26 and will focus on the challenges and opportunities brought about by the COVID-19 pandemic on both the supply and demand side of the EV market. EV industry players and stakeholders are eagerly awaiting for the summit to be held, where one of the major topics for discourse is the proposed Electric Vehicles and Charging Stations Act. The industry hopes the passage of the act will spur more people to adopt and accept the electric vehicle as the future of personal mobility. Aside from EV stakeholders, the 8th PEVS is expected to be participated in by policymakers, regulators, the academia, consultants, transport companies, utilities, and end users to discuss experiences and research results on all aspects of electric vehicles and supporting infrastructure. Among other topics to be discussed at the PEVS are 2020 Long-Term Electric Vehicle Outlook by Frost & Sullivan, Developing Public Charging Infrastructure in Response to the New Normal, Challenges to EV Charging in Southeast Asia, Recovery, Reopening, and Role of EVs under the New Normal, Policy Measures to see more EVs on the ground post-pandemic, Promotion of Low-Carbon Urban Transport in the Philippines, Policy Dialogue with LTO, Revisiting EV Guidelines. Only 700 of the 100th anniversary special edition Mazda vehicles will be assembled, and only 39 will be made available in the Philippines. 15 Mazda 3 and 24 Mazda MX-5 commemorative models. The Mazda 3 commemorative models will not only feature 100th anniversary special edition adornments, but also white interior trims and high-gloss black wheels. The 100th anniversary special edition can be had for 1.57 million pesos. An optional Mazda Speed body kit for the special edition is also available for 75,000 pesos. The MX-5 100th Year Special Edition comes either as a retractable fastback roadster with snowflake white pearl finish and as an open-air soft top with cherry red soft top fabric. Both Special Edition MX-5s feature commemorative logos embossed on red Nappa leather seat headrests, red carpet and floor mat, and special badges on front fenders and the bright silver 17-inch wheels. The commemorative soft top with automatic transmission is priced at 2,335,000 pesos, while the retractable fastback variants are priced at 2,390,000 pesos for the manual and 2,480,000 pesos for the automatic. The Geely Coolray topped the subcompact 5-seat crossover segment in sales last July with 263 units sold. Citing Campi and Avid July sales data, Sojitz G Auto Philippines, which distributes Geely vehicles, said this is the second month that Coolray topped segment sales. It sold 154 units in June. Sojitz G Auto President and CEO Mikihisa Takayama said Geely sales shows that more Filipinos are beginning to trust the Geely brand and what it could offer. Dominating the subcompact SUV crossover market with a good number of sales amid the crisis is a significant step in gaining more people's trust in the Geely brand, Takayama said. He expects this apparent trust in Geely will also benefit the Escara, the brand's entry in the compact crossover segment.
Motoring Today now brings you our Car of the Week on Showcase, courtesy of Prudential Guarantee. The line between an MPV and an SUV has blurred over the years. Most of the time, you can't tell which is which. Perhaps it all boils down to how car makers want to market a 7-seater like the Suzuki XL7 GLX.
Seven-seaters are sought after by growing families who need cabin space and seat capacity afforded by so-called multi-purpose vehicles or MPVs, aka minivans. Sometimes they are also called mommobiles. But some, with more outdoorsy perceptions of themselves, don't like to be thought of as driving mommobiles. The Solution automaker came up with its to dress minivans as SUVs, sport utility vehicles. This may be how 7-seater SUVs became a thing. They now come in many sizes, from subcompacts to full size. One subcompact 7-seater SUV in the local market is the Suzuki XL7 GLX. The XL7 slots in nicely in the subcompact SUV segment in size. At 4,450mm long, 1,775mm wide, and 1,710mm tall, and with 200mm minimum ground clearance, and in external features and styling. Bold front grille, thick black wheel arches, functional roof rails, side protection moldings, front and rear bumpers with underside protectors, all point to the XL7's SUV aspirations. The LED headlamp design, the DRL looking like the sharp end of a katana, as well as the rear combination lamps. The custom 16-inch alloy wheels, wrapped by 195/60 R16 tires, all add to the sporty SUV appearance. The 7-seater SUV, with a gross vehicle weight of 1,730 kilograms, is powered by a 1,462cc 4-cylinder gasoline engine with 16 valves and multi-point fuel injection that generates 103 horsepower at 6,000 revolutions per minute and 138 Newton meters of torque. The engine on the Suzuki XL7 GLX, available in the Philippines, is mated to a 4-speed automatic transmission. It can sit 7 adults comfortably on all 3 rows of seats. Fabric and PVC leather upholstery match the sporty interior accents and door trim using Fox carbon fiber material and satin chrome. Even the meter clusters get sporty with red accents to the speedometer, tachometer, and subdials. The front seats slide and recline, with the driver benefiting from height adjuster. Second row seats also slide and recline, split fold 60/40. The third seat splits fold 50/50. Seat backs can be folded flat to a nearly even surface for added cargo or luggage space. The XL7 GLX also features a lot of cool interior features, like ventilated cup holders beneath the center console, smartphone holders, auxiliary and USB portals on center console. This is aside from the other standard interior comfort and convenience features, such as automatic air conditioning, central door locks, power windows, power adjustable and folding side view mirrors, leather-covered D-shaped steering wheel with controls for audio and phone, and that adjusts for tilt, and keyless push-start system. Infotainment is also state-of-the-art, featuring a 10-inch touchscreen that plays video and audio, with Bluetooth and USB connectivity compatible with Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. It comes integrated with rear parking camera. Whether on city streets, winding countryside roads, and expressways, the XL7 benefits from what Suzuki calls the new generation Heartec platform that features lightweight but strong continuous metal frame that contributes to safety, lowers fuel consumption, provide better driving performance, as well as help minimize noise, vibration, and harshness on combination with generous use of noise absorption and insulation materials. The suspension system features McPherson struts with coil spring in front and torsion beam with coil springs in the rear, tuned to balance the need for a soft ride in city streets and a stiffer and stable ride at speed. The brake system, using front ventilated discs and leading trailing drums in the rear, is complemented by anti-lock braking system with electronic brake force distribution for safety. Also adding to safety is the electronic stability program that detects and mitigates wheel slippage and adjusts torque and brakes to help drivers stay in control of vehicle. Hill hold control helps driver on stop and go, driving on steep ascents. Also standard safety and security features on the Suzuki XL7 GLX are 3-point ELR seatbelts for 6, plus 2-point seatbelts for middle second row passenger, dual airbags, 2 ISOFIX child seat anchors, side impact door beams, door sensing security alarm, and engine immobilizer.
The Suzuki XL7 can certainly make a good case for it being a subcompact SUV masquerading as a capable MPV, or perhaps vice versa. That's our featured vehicle on this week's showcase, courtesy of Prudential Guarantee.
Drive worry-free with Prudential Guarantee's auto insurance program with a free 24-hour nationwide roadside assistance included with your comprehensive auto insurance. Rest assured, we'll take care of you and your car wherever you are. Prudential Guarantee's auto insurance program, 100% worry-free driving.
Mitsubishi Strada Athlete. Unleash the athlete.
We now have our segment that dwells on the wide array of motoring problems, not only in the metro but all over the country as well. This is where we present problems referred to us or we ourselves see and hope to fully find solutions for. Here's our public service segment brought to you by Honda Cars Philippines.
The Land Transportation Office National Capital Region West has recently launched and distributed the first batch of new motorcycle plates compliant to the Motorcycle Crime Prevention Act. The said law has been very controversial, especially that riders group were protesting about it, stressing that criminals won't use their own motorcycle units with license plates that will lead to their identity. With this new development, the LTO is bombarded with a lot of questions from netizens, some of which are the size of the new plates compared to the old one, old plates that have been paid but still yet to be received, availability of new plates, and how to claim them. This public service focuses on netizens' confusion on the use of an RFID sticker placed on the headlight of a motorcycle unit. According to the agency, the RFID sticker shall be installed horizontally in the lower part of the headlamp or headlight and will not cause obstruction as the material used is transparent. Some motorcycle unit owners are confused as not all headlights have the same size, like LTO's demo unit in which the sticker will fit. We will try our best to get the LTO side on these many questions from netizens and to get clarity regarding these issues.
And that's our public service segment from Honda Cars Philippines. And should you yourself encounter motoring problems that need immediate attention, please feel free to contact us. See the details being flashed on your screen. And that's the week that was in motoring. Thank you for joining us. Also, please don't forget to check us out on our social media accounts.
Until next week here on Motoring Today, now in its 34th year of continuing service to the general motoring public with a lifelong commitment to promote road safety. Stay healthy and be vigilant at all times. On behalf of Butch Gamboa, our dad, I'm Ray Louie Gamboa.
And I'm Susie Gamboa.
Happy motoring!